Hi guys, it's not looking good for the Marvels or the Marvels. I don't actually care. In fact, I just watched this movie today a few hours ago and I have to say it is not that bad as people say, but good obviously. Well, it's kind of weird because when you are watching it, it's fun, entertaining, but the second that you walk out of the theater, you start to think about the logic, about what making sense and what not, and every time you use your brain thinking about this movie get worse and worse. In the theater, I would 6 out of 10 or maybe 6.5 because it's fun, entertaining. But when I walk out of the theater, I would give it 4 out of 10 or even 3 out of 10 because a lot of things didn't make sense and I don't understand why. It seems like they try very hard to please the kid. It seems like they're making this movie for kids, which weird because the first, well, supposed to be officially first Marvel movie in theater in MCU might be in 2008 when Iron Man released, and I believe most people that was fans back then were male, and that was how long, 15 years ago. So they were 15 in 2008. Now they would turn 30, so 30 years old male or even older or a little bit younger or even younger generation, maybe 20, supposed to be their main fan base, not girl, not 5 years old girl. So I don't know why they try to pandering for wider range of audience. It seemed like they try very hard to get as much money as they could, and doesn't work out because people that they supposed to make movie for is adult male. But it seems like they try to sell this to girls, especially Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel seems like Spider-Man for girls and not white girls, girls that very similar to Miss Marvel, and that's very narrow. I don't know why they try so hard to do this because obviously girls don't actually care as much as boys in terms of Marvels. They watch Barbie, they do, I don't know what they're doing, but they don't care, and it shows in number. The Marvels in the first day they made only $21.5 million, and that is second worst out of 32 Marvel movie. The lowest is The Incredible Hulk in 2008, made $21.46 million, which to be honest, that is no difference. Only $40,000 in difference. So technically not the worst performance, but well, it's also the worst performance movie of Marvel out of 32. The highest earner of Marvel in the first day is Avengers Endgame. I believe it made around 156 million dollars in one day, in the opening day. 156 compared to 21, that is roughly 8 times of the Marvels. Not looking good, and it seems like the budget of making the Marvels is $200 million, likely to be a loss for Marvel. And I feel kind of bad for the actor because I kind of like Brie Larson in this movie. I have been her fans because, well, I think she is a thick she's very, despite her, well, people would call her rude in the last 5 years since her debut as Captain Marvel. It seems like she was very woke back then, not the favorite amongst the fans. But, well, because she's kind of fake, so I kind of let that go. And lately, she has been better. She behaved a lot better. Also, the script for her as Captain Marvel has been more relatable to normal people. It seems like she has been more human. And other actress too, the girl that play Miss Marvel, I think she is very good. She make one of the best thing in this movie is her acting. I don't know, it seems lively. Also, other actress, the actress that play as that invisible girl. I don't know if she could do invisibility, but the girl that could absorb light. Also, I like their performance. Kind of feel bad for them, but I think the thing to blame is the way that Marvel approaching. It seems like they tried to pandering too much much. They try to censor themselves too much. They're trying to be too woke. Not a single blood. I haven't seen a single blood in this movie, and kind of sad. No one actually died apart from the main villain, and a lot of things in this movie weren't making any sense. Captain Marvel is one of the strongest character in MCU, but for some reason she could not beat Darben. Even 3 against 1. She couldn't beat this girl. I don't know why. She only have that bracelets, and also Captain Marvel could do many things like cut her arm, or like do something that normal people would do in that situation. In the situation that this person Darben is a very very bad person because she destroyed people's lives. So why Captain Marvel had a lot of mercy for her? She could do so many brutal things to stop the bad thing that Darben would do, and yeah, not making sense in so many ways. I don't understand. Maybe was because the incompetent of the writer, or they actually try to make this for the kids, but the kids don't watch them. It seems like the kids watch the Five Nights at Freddy more. Today I went to the theater and I saw so many kids. They're buying ticket for Five Nights at Freddy. They came with their parents. Wokeness has been big trouble for the Marvels, and I think this would be the last movie for Marvel that and in woke era. I hope after this they would start to actually live in the real world. I don't know. Well, wokeness. One thing I don't like about wokeness is girls have to be strong. And what happened to that? A lot of business made less money, made a huge loss because they started to have girls wearing more clothes, show less skin, and it shows in numbers. People want to watch. People want to see more skin, basically. People don't want to see wokeness. Like also Spider-Man, the game, maybe this not actually about Marvel because I believe it is Sony that own Spider-Man rights right now. Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 5 have got a lot of criticism because about the Mary Jane. First, she seems not very beautiful. It seems like she is old and she's not model anymore. She is a journalist in this game, and also this is the actress that got motion capture. So Mary Jane's supposed to look like her, supposed to look very beautiful obviously, but for some reason she turned out to be like this, and people have been saying this Mary Jane look very similar to one of the staff that made this game. So it is a self-insert. The writer, one of the writer, I don't know if it was the intern or the head of script, but she looked very similar to this Mary Jane. She's supposed to look like this beautiful girl, and also her behavior and also the script that the game gave her. Mary Jane is so strong. Even though she is only a normal human, but she could beat so many strong enemy. In some situation, she is even stronger than Spider-Man himself. So it was very woke, it was self-inserted, super weird. I hope the Marvel's collapse would actually give a big hint to Marvel that they supposed to stop this woke. It's time. Wokeness is from Twitter people. That is not a lot of them. There are not a lot of them. They're just very vocal about it, and it seems like they just try to create the world that benefits themselves more, and it has been very successful. A lot of people give in to them. A lot of people trick into letting them do anything that they want, but majority of people, mainly majority of customers that actually pay the money to see Marvel product, that actually buy games from Marvel or anywhere, they are not woke people. They are just normal people that just want to see normal things, just want to see things that make sense, just want to watch movie that making sense, not very child friendly that much because real life is very cruel. Why don't you give us something very just logical, making sense. If this is a war, MCU is about war against aliens. It's about fighting. So obviously there have to be a lot of people have to die, and the way that they try to represent is I don't know, I don't understand. Just show like more hardcore stuff, and also hot scene, show a lot of skin, and that's all I would like to say about the Marvels. Just aim for the adult male, what adult male want to see. Obviously I don't want to say it, boobs. Adult male wants to see boobs. Show her Brie Larson, she actually said herself on the national television that she has F cup size, and that is the thing that could sell. People want to see that a lot. Unfortunately, I believe she is a little bit too old. Not yet. She has a great body. And why don't you show body? Why you have to be so woke about, well, girl power, girl can do things. Girl is not just sexual object. Well, what that turned out, Victoria's Secret has been on a decline because they try to not show skin. It's a world that we live in. Boobs sells. It's a thing that you're supposed to accept it. Show us more boobs, show us more hot scene, show us more brutality. It's a war. It's a war against human and aliens. The Kree against Skrull. Where is the brutal scene? Where's the blood? Don't see any blood in this movie. Made more realistic. And about the power level, how strong is Captain Marvel? Could you show us? Could she destroy a whole mountain? How fast she could fly? In the scene that in the early of the movie, if you remember, spoilers alert, please run away. 3, 2, 1. There is a scene that the swap just started to happen, and Captain Marvel swapped with Miss Marvel, and at that time Captain Marvel was supposed to be in the Earth and Miss Marvel was in that planet. But about 20 seconds later, Captain Marvel, she flew and reached Miss Marvel in about 20 seconds, and that's how fast she could fly. But I don't see the consistency, because sometimes it seems like she isn't that fast. It took a lot of time for her to reach only about 1 kilometers. So I don't understand the logic. It's not making sense. And that's all, guys, about my reaction on the Marvels. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Show some comment. Do you agree that it's time for Brie Larson to show us her good things, 2 good things about her, and that would make huge sales. Maybe too late now because she is I believe she is 35 or even older than that. Yeah, see you guys.